Hi, thanks for joining me again. My name is Andy. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps massively. In this video, we are going to do a reading from the Halloween Tarot, but today I have to go into the land of Merlin, Carmarthen, so we're going to drive there and get some nice driving footage along the way. So stick around. It's a grey old day in West Wales. The sun was blazing a minute ago and I thought we'd have a really sunny day. In fact, I've got my shades in my bag as well. I was going to wear them, but never mind. I'll leave them in my bag in case the sun comes out again. Lots of foxgloves out at the moment, giving us a nice splash of pink, but they're sort of starting to die off a little bit, and then the red hot pokers are coming out. I can see them forming in the bushes. They're not looking like red hot pokers yet. They're very much green and pasty, but they're tiny things. Pretty soon they'll grow nice and big. Anyway, let's get out onto the... Well, actually, it is the main road. You might laugh if you live in America at the thought of this being the main road, but it really is. Believe me. Here we go. Pretty narrow though. So if I bring the camera down a bit, it's all pretty narrow. Just occasionally there's a little gap in the side of the road where you can squeeze your car in to let someone past if you need to. But there isn't usually anything coming, actually. There isn't usually anything coming at all. And this is giving me a good reminder, really, about something I've thought about the Halloween tarot for pretty much as long as I've had it. Oh, more passing. How do we all fit down here? I don't know. And yeah, it's just the fact that what we celebrate, really, or what the Halloween tarot is celebrating and channeling and allowing us to channel, is the nature, the nature sprites in this area anyway. But you know, whatever spiritual beings or activities there are. Oh, we're going to get past now. Because it's always there and it's always real. This is it. When Halloween time comes around, it's a special time for remembering it, but it's always real. And oh dear, it's one of those blinking days, isn't it? I'm in a bit of a hurry. This lovely old stone bridge. It's been here forever. It's got 3 arches. Wow, and now we're on a real road. 2 lanes and quite wide as well. But of course we've got to stop for something. Oh dear. And again. I bet there's something in today's astrology about this, you know? You suddenly get masses of hold-ups. I wonder what Mercury's up to, because driving somewhere is communication. And Mercury is all about communication. Mercury isn't retrograde, you know? But this is the kind of thing I'd expect when Mercury is retrograde. But we got Venus and Mars in Leo today as I'm making this video, which is July 13th. Ah, that's it, the 13th. It's that 13th. Is it lucky or is it not? It's usually pretty lucky for me, so I'm hoping the rest of today's going to be good. So we've made it to town, and we'll see how long this video gets, but I might do some footage of the road back as well. But now it's reading time, and why not do it here? This is a car park in Carmarthen, the place of Merlin, really. That's what that name of Carmarthen means. It means the Kyre of Merlin, which is a Welsh thing. Basically, it's the town of Merlin. That's what it's all about. And I guess Merlin wouldn't have had a car to park, but maybe he would have parked his horse here if he'd come here, eh? Who knows? You just never know. But it's the Halloween tarot. I'm really enjoying getting used to this deck. Still going to be using Tarot in Wonderland quite a lot on the channel, actually. It is a deck I'm very close to. It's very close to my heart, and it's kind of off the wall with its own meanings. But so is the Halloween tarot, actually. I have been looking things up, and I've got my little book with me, actually, in case I screw up and forget. But the 4 suits have got different names. Let me see now then. Right, the pumpkins are the pentacles, that's what they represent. The cups are the ghosts, symbol of water and emotions. The swords are the bats, symbols of air, strife and the intellect. And the wands are the imps, symbols of fire, creativity and enterprise. So, with that in mind, let's just shuffle a little bit more, and I'm going to cut the deck 5 times and take 5 out. More or less random, but I just know my spirit guides will be on the case here. Okay, so there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. And there is 5. Okay, we have our 5 cards. So let's crack on. What I'm here for is I'm giving my child a lift to a job interview at the moment. Well, sorry, not a job interview, but like an interview with an employment company, which may or may not find her something. So we'll give her as long as she needs. That's the bottom line. Okay, so card number 1. Have you picked a card, by the way, before I start? If you want to pick a card, any number from 1 to 5. I'm only doing 5 cards today because, phew, it is really, really hot. And I want to kind of get to the end of the reading before I start becoming like dehydrated and weird. So, okay, did you pick a card? If so, do let me know in the comments below, by the way. And first card is number 2 in the Major Arcana. It is the High Priestess. In other words, it's the 3rd card in the Major Arcana, because of course it starts off with number 0, the Fool, then number 1, the Magician. But here we have the Divine Feminine, really, the High Priestess. And on a day like this, that's a very powerful thing, because nature is actually really powerful today. It was really dull, kind of damp, wet weather about 14 miles ago, but now here we are and the sun is absolutely blazing. Also, if you're watching this today, we have got Mars and I think Saturn meeting each other in Leo, and that Leo influence is very strong, very profound today. And we're not far off from the last full moon was just 2 or 3 days ago. So the moon is actually a very new energy at the moment. And when we have a new energy, we want to keep the divine feminine in mind, actually, because it's a good growing point. And having the High Priestess with you is really important as you pursue that journey. The other side of the High Priestess actually is what is behind her, and in this case it looks like Batman. But the point is, there's always a journey behind the High Priestess, and it can look like a scary journey, or it can just look like an unknown journey. But the point is, the High Priestess is your sign that it's okay to go ahead, it's okay to follow that journey. Because after all, what is going to happen if you don't follow that journey? It's going to end up getting you nowhere, basically, and there is no point getting nowhere, let's face it. Okay, so now the 2 of Ghosts, here they are, the 2 of Ghosts, and I'm going to have to quickly look back in my book and remind myself what the Ghost suit is all about. Let me see, the Cups. Okay, so it's our longings and desires here, and longings and desires can become ghosts in your life, something that drives you all the time. So do be willing to put those aside. It's the number 2, so that's the 2nd card in a row. And, first card was number 2 in the Major Arcana. This is the number 2 in the suit of Ghosts. So there's a kind of duplicity thing going on with this reading already. 2 sides to everything, most certainly. But with the 2 of Cups, all kinds of abundance is possible. Right, because although The Suit of Cups is more about what we want than what we've actually got. It's setting our intentions in line with those desires that actually carries us forward and actually gives us the impetus to want to keep going. And if you're watching this right now today, that is great energy for today, the way astrology is lining up. On the other hand, if you're watching in the future, don't worry, that's the message for you. Best time to watch these is the moment you are drawn to them and not before. So what is going to be the heart of the matter? I already know because I can see it down here. What's going to be the heart of the matter? Fabulous black cats on the backs of these cards, by the way. They've all got that. So what's on the front of the black cats here? It's actually another black cat down in the corner here. See the black cat there? But this is the Ace of Ghosts, so it's the Ace of Cups, essentially. That's what it's all about. Oh, the screen's just gone a funny colour, but hey, what are you going to do about that? Maybe if I tap the screen, something will happen. No, maybe the sun's just gone in. Who knows? It's hard to tell with dark blue sunglasses on. But there we go, Ace of Cups. Now this is the heart of the matter, and this is showing us that this is actually a very positive and very powerful time to manifest our goals, to manifest our desires, because if only we visualize and believe that what we want can happen, then it's going to happen, and it's going to happen in abundance. And just like the Ace of Ghosts cup here, your cup is going to, as the Bible puts it, runneth over, and that is got to be no bad thing. It really has. So card number 3, no, sorry, card number 4. What am I saying? We've come past the heart of the matter. I'm getting super hot now, so I've got to rush along with this one. I hope nobody minds, just the way it is. What did you choose? Did you choose number 4? If you chose number 4, it is this one. It is the 7 of Pumpkins. So let me just look in the book again. I'll get to know all these pretty soon. What do the pumpkins represent? The pentacles, symbols of earth and material success. So this is the other end of all that abundance, of all that visualizing and believing, particularly as that was the Ace of Ghosts, the Ace of Cups. That was the heart of the matter in this reading. Here we've got the 7 of Pumpkins. And so this is things actually starting to happen, and a very positive step along the journey. The point of this card really is you've got to kind of, you know, he's very happy with his work there. He's a pumpkin, and he seems to be growing some more pumpkins. So that really symbolises kind of, you know, your desires turning into an abundance of what it is you desire. And that really can and really will happen if you keep believing, friends. I'm sure of it. But he's not completely mindful of everything else that's going on. We've got a crescent moon in the background reminding us that things have not yet reached fullness. But that's life, you know. The journey towards abundance is a journey through life. And if you actually reach the point of all that abundance too early, it's going to be just kind of an anticlimax at the end, isn't it? And I think we all want to go out with a bang. We all want to live our full life and go out with a bang when the time comes. So what is card number 5? Once again, I already know because I'm looking down here. I'm moving super fast because, God, guys, never lock a dog or an animal in a car in hot weather because, blimey, Charlie, I've just got to get out of this car in a minute. It's so hot. But anyway, here we go. This is card number 5. This is the outcome card. If you picked all 5, it's your outcome. If you picked card number 5, it's card number 5. And in the major arcana, it's number 20. It is the judgment card. Let me take a closer look at this one because I'm still getting familiar with these cards. And we've got this kind of vampire character here, raising people to life. And this is it, you know, the forces that actually raise us to life are often seen as dark forces by a great many people in this world, but that is just really the influence of Christianity, I suppose, like I was talking about earlier in the video. They had to take over all the pagan festivals because people would never have given up on their pagan beliefs in terms of making things come to life in the earth and actually bringing the abundance that people actually needed to be able to keep going. That was super important. So the church, whatever it wanted to do, had to take over the pagan festivals and put a sort of Christian stamp on them, if you will. I guess the most famous one is Easter, where it's all Paschal. And in the Welsh language, actually, in the language of this very country, Easter is Pasg. So they've never really let go of that idea of what is Paschal, what is like Oster, really, isn't it? That's what it was traditionally called. And so, you know, we have to kind of, I wouldn't say don't be afraid of the dark. I mean, whenever there's darkness, it's not really a good thing. It really isn't. And the dark side never actually wins out. But a great deal of what is light, of what is beautiful, is something that we've been taught to believe is dark. So, leading the way might seem like a vampire to you, but it's time to get up. It's time to start making things happen. It's time to come to life, a new life. And that, my friends, is today's reading. Can't see on the top of my phone how long that lasted. I think it was like 10 minutes or so. So that's like 2 minutes a card. So I'm sorry about that. But, well, you know, the inspiration comes, I give it out. And there's not much point beating about the bush, excuse me, in this insane weather. So on that note, I'm going to wind the windows down. In fact, I'm actually going to get out of the car, but more to come. We'll do a little bit more driving, and you know, we'll be back later to say adios, to say goodbye. But there is today's reading. Peace. So here we are in the old market town of Newcastle Emlyn. The castle was new about 600 years ago. It's still called Newcastle Emlyn. Something to feast your eyes on if you're still watching. So on that note, thank you guys very much indeed for watching. Hope you got plenty out of this video. I'll be back soon with more videos, more to watch, so do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And a thumbs up for this video would be more than welcome. Live every Wednesday at, let me see, 3 p.m. Central USA, 9 p.m. UK time. Also Sundays at that time, 3 p.m. Central. And 12 noon Central on Fridays as well. We do a live session, a live stream here on YouTube. So hit the subscribe button, you'll get a notification. And as long as everything's, excuse me, people doing some crazy driving here. Yeah, you'll get a notification, and that'll give me a chance to pull a card for you, maybe use the pendulum, maybe give you a psychic or mediumship reading of your own. If you'd like to book a private reading with me face to face on Skype or Instagram or Facebook Messenger, my email is down there in the description, 35and83@gmail.com. Be great to hear from you, and be great to do a reading with you as well. And if you wouldn't mind taking a look at my coffee page or going to my PayPal link, which are also down there in the description, to support my work, that would be absolutely fantastic. And big thanks to all you guys who have been supporting me so well. Really appreciate it. Makes a big difference, very uplifting for me. So anyway, I will see you again in a future video. Be good to each other, take good care of yourselves, and from me for now, it's love and light and blessings to you, and of course, peace.